time this century, Ireland compete in the Six Nations without both Brian O'Driscoll and Paul O'Connell. Last year's player of the championship, O'Connell, is replaced as captain by Rory Best. And with many of the first-choice pack unavailable, Ireland's strength in depth is tested to the limit. For the fifth consecutive season, Wales entered the tournament with Sam Warburton as captain and Warren Gatland as coach. But there are 11 new faces. Injury rules out LEIGH HALFPENNY, the second highest point scorer last year. Wales will look to impose their physicality. Of all Six Nations, they're the heaviest, weighing in at an average of 106 kilos. Ireland will be looking to establish their credentials as they go in search of a third successive Six Nations title.
They were the biggest team at the World Cup, physically, 106 kilos per man on average. That makes them a formidable opponent no matter when you play them or where you play them. So for us, that's an immense challenge, and you know, they are the most settled team in the Six Nations. I think if you have a look at their personnel, there's a very much a solidity and a continuity in what they've got. I was talking to Sam Warburton this morning. I think this is his 5th visit here. You know, that sort of continuity is something that is probably the envy of a lot of teams.
Ireland, I mean, it's an incredibly tough fixture to have first step to go to Viva, one of the toughest places to go in World Rugby, against a team who's won the championship for the last 2 years. But you know, obviously, if we can come out of that with a win, we'll have 4 games remaining, 3 of which will be at home. So that's kind of how important that first game is.
You know, pretty healthy at the moment. You know, still got a couple of key players obviously out with Rhys Webb and LEIGH HALFPENNY, and you know, they're massive losses. But to have some experience come back, players that were injured for the World Cup, and I said Jonathan Davis come back into the squad is a big boost for us. And you know, I think the way that we've trained this week, we can go hopefully into the start of this tournament with some confidence that we're in a pretty good place from a starting point to hopefully build some confidence and momentum.
Think about Wales, you know, they have been thereabouts for the last, I don't know how many years. You know, they have won Grand Slams, they've won championships, they've lost out on championships and points difference. So they're a quality side. They showed in the World Cup that they have depth. They also showed going from the World Cup that they've got a few more players back. So we know now from their squad that they're going to be stronger than that they were at the World Cup when they showed so much mental resilience to come back. So it's a really, really tough game for us to start the championship, but there are no easy ones. They're a quality side, but we also would like to think that we're a quality side, and you know, we're going to have to be really, really well prepared and play really, really well to beat them.